Hi, welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about Moldavite. Fascinating subject, but I think we're going to really delve deep into the process of how I work through the grading system. So people tend to ask me quite a lot of times, how do you grade them? You know, it's important to understand how you grade them. It's not really on a spiritual level, but it's interesting. I'll just give you some ideas. So here's some Moldavites that I'm just working on at the moment, and I'll just give you an idea of how I would grade these. So first of all, pleasing to the eye. That's part of the grading. Also, if there's any anomalies, if there's any kind of flaws within them, sometimes the flaw can be a positive and sometimes it can be a negative. Colour is also a wonderful thing. Now, the darker you get, the more kind of nugget size you get, then it's hard for you to see the actual colour of this. So it's important then to walk up to the light, hold it up in the light and see, wow, that's gorgeous, beautiful colour. So there's also like this particular type here is very interesting. It's got a wonderful, it's not a cloud inside, it looks like an anomaly. It's kind of like, just have a look. Wow, that's so interesting to look at that under the microscope, the big microscope, the Omax over there. You'd see something quite phenomenal. Now, with this one here, it's got almost looks like it's been sliced, which it hasn't, of course, but it kind of looks like that. And you grade it on any chips. If there's any chips, no, that's as perfect as it was when it fell from the sky after the impact and made these beautiful tektites. Very carefully. No, that is pretty fantastic. And then inside there's this unusual, almost like a brown anomaly inside there. So it's fascinating. Grab another one. So here's another one. You see that a little bit more clearer. See how it's so transparent there because of the thinness of it. It gets thicker at the other side, so you can see how it gets kind of darker as it goes along. So that's very normal. The colour of this is absolutely exquisite. So that section is perfect. Just 2 or 3 just little tiny blemishes, but nothing that I'd say that was, no, that's absolutely beautiful. I would grade that at between A and AA. So that is phenomenal, beautiful piece. So now I'll hold it and feel the energy within this, which I've already done. I'm just showing you what I would do before I buy it. Just feel the energy, if it feels right. If I feel a tingling in my body, okay, I feel that tingling now straight away. My forehead is tingling, my fingertips are tingling. Okay, that's genuine. I know this sounds a bit silly, but there is a market for this, a massive market for it. And I know that you're going to say it's stupid, but that looks like a stiletto to me. So there are people who would pay for that because of the quirkiness of it. But not just that, when you look at this piece, if I show you from that angle, or this angle, you can see how there's a gaping gap there, which is natural formation. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Very unusual. So I check that again, look at that. I like it because it's an unusual formation. Love it. It's very different. Check all around. Coloration is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. There's not a mark on here thus far. No damage at all. No cracks, no chips. That is perfect. With that unusual stiletto type, I mean, the animals are much better. I've talked about this before. Faces and animals are much more desirable, and I'm always looking out for them. Harder to find these days. But this is like a stiletto, and this would be, for me, that has value, added value, just on a quirky note. That's all. Probably I'll mark that at a grade A to double A. I'll have a good look at that. I'll just hold it for a while and just feel it. So this is squashing my insides. My insides have been squashed in together as soon as I'm holding this. It feels, this is a really powerful venting crystal. I can feel the work and I can feel it in my eyes. That is a special crystal. So now I'd definitely say it's a double A. It's very special in many ways. So put that to one side. Okay. Let's have a look. Pieces here. Okay, so show you another one there. Beautiful. You can see there's a slight anomaly there, which is inside. From that side, you just see the cloud formation inside, so it's like clouds. But there is definitely anomaly in there, which is darker. It's like black. That is inside. That's unusual. Really nice. Do I like that? I do, actually. I think that's really unusual. So I wouldn't say, oh, that, yeah, it's a lower grade. No, I like that. And actually, the more I look here, the more I can see there's more things going on inside there, which is pretty awesome. So now I'm looking around. Absolutely beautiful, perfect all the way around. Yep, that's really perfect. I'd definitely grade that at grade A. So that's a beautiful piece, and I can imagine it's quite phenomenal to work with. So I'm struggling to breathe. That's normally a good indication that you're around Moldavite. I've tried to explain this before. The breathing, this understanding of why you're losing your breath, is the energy of Moldavite is so powerful that it changes the structure of you. It changes your breathing, it changes your inside, and you have to get used to it. It's like the higher you go up a mountain, the more challenging it is to breathe. Well, I know it sounds crazy, but it feels that way sometimes, and the reason why is because it's healing you. It's healing you on so many levels. So here's a chunk which has been set, and this setting is, as you can see. So when it's a collect setting and it's chunky like that, it's hard to see really what it looks like because it's so thick. That's a big chunk of Moldavite. Okay, so we hold it up to the light. Oh wow, that's phenomenal. The formation of this is absolutely beautiful to look at. It's gorgeous. And then there's an exquisite section here which just, there's like a cabin, it's like a cave that goes in. That is beautiful. And my beautiful family of jewelers do really well. They really do their best to mount it in such a good way. They could have gone into that cabin, but they didn't. They left it, and they did that was the right thing to do, not to go into it because it would have spoiled the setting. So this is a nugget with a lovely cavern inside there. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The colour is exquisite. It really is gorgeous. Although it's dark, as you can see, dark, but when you get close to it and you're up against the light, it's phenomenal. These are from Maliklum. All these all this collection that's going onto my website is all from Maliclum. They are really special. I am so pleased with these. There's so many interesting things going on in here. There really is. It's fascinating when you look at it. And if you look at it under the Omax, it's like even more fascinating. But just a nice little eyeglass like this. I don't know what it is it? I can't read. What does it say? I need an eyeglass to see the eyeglass. I don't know what strength it is. I can't see. But anyway, it's just a typical little eyeglass, and it's perfect if you're going to shows and you're looking at buying Moldavite. You know, just with this alone, you'll get a great idea. Putting it up against a fake Moldavite, you can. I mean, it's more challenging these days, but you know, it is pretty much. I mean, we talk about the bubbles inside. You can actually see them on the surface just inside, and the bubbles being elongated. And we've talked about this for years, and that's a really good sign. But there are elongated bubbles in fake Moldavite as well, so it's not that easy to spot, especially with the new fake Moldavites. There is some really crude Moldavites that you know are fake, and it's easy to spot, but there are some really. I saw one a couple of months ago which I was just like, the only reason why I didn't think it was real is because I touched it and I just didn't get anything. And I said, well, I would say looking at it and under the glass, I would say it's genuine. I says, but to touch, I don't feel anything. And he said, yeah, it's fake. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. But not everybody can feel that energy. That's why I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to say, oh, you just need to feel it and you'll know. That's just too egoistic, because sometimes you're just not in a good place to feel things and you don't get that sensation sometimes. Other times you will. So yeah, so now we're going to look at something a little bit interesting again. A different formation, completely different shape. And there's a lot going on with this. It's really nice, really nice. So we've got like a cavern in there, very unusual. No damage to this at all. Beautiful, beautiful shape. Coloration is fabulous. No anomalies, nothing in there, which is, yeah, it's just beautiful. That is a gorgeous piece, and it's unusual. I'd definitely grade that a grade A, and I love it, absolutely love it. So that kind of gives you an idea of how I grade them. I'm not so big into grading of, oh, this one's more powerful than this one, because I've come to understand that each Moldavite has a unique energy to its own. They are all extremely similar in the extraterrestrial energy, for sure they are. They all come from the same place, but there is something that, you know, you can argue the point that we're all very different, and we are. So you hand that one Moldavite to everybody else and we'll all feel different. All very, very true. But some, when you hold them, have a different effect. Whether that effect, we can argue, is, well, it's the effect on your body, so you're feeling it, and now it's affecting you in a different way, which is all valid, 100%. But I suppose when you're working with it and holding it, you think, oh wow, because I'll go through, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 or 4,000 Moldavites to get 100, and I look at them and I'll feel them, and I'll judge by the way I've just said to you. So I'll spend all day choosing 100 or 200, and the way you do it is, it's not like you have a set procedure of how you would look at it like I did, because the Moldavite can take you away in different areas of understanding. So you can just see one and just know that your body, your consciousness just said that one, and you'll take it. You won't even need to look at it, because you're buying off genuine dealers, which I do anyway. So I buy off the diggers, I buy off the people who buy from the diggers. So I get that piece. I know it's genuine. That is what I want. Did I look at it as pleasing to the eye? No, it was something about its energy that I felt the pull towards, and that'll go straight in. Then I'll do that for 1,000 and crystals. I'll look at them, and then I'll go back and then start to choose one by one, just look at them again, and okay, I didn't get the same feeling as I did for them, but now we're doing it in a different way. So now, as I just showed you, that's how I do it, and think, okay, that's lovely. I love the if I see shapes and faces and animals in them, straight away, that's something that I want to buy, because I want unique pieces. Everything that I buy in Moldavite is always unique. It's always personally cherry-picked by myself, worked with for hours and hours, by putting new energy that I believe is important for the client who's going to buy that. So when you're drawn to the website and you're scrolling down looking at the Moldavites, you'll feel the pull for one, and sometimes you won't even know why. And that is the crystal that you should choose, because the crystal always chooses you. So you'll feel that pull. So it's just like me feeling the pull for these crystals. Okay, that's the one that I need. I never know who I'm working that crystal for. So it might be a month, it might be 2 months, and as in this case, this has been some of them have been 6 months, some of them have been 3 months. So there's been a big process from the moment I bought them till working with them for the hours that I worked with them, then sending them to Bali and then bringing them back, and then spending some more hours with them till they're ready, and then they go onto the website, a nice photograph taken, and I'll finally look at them again when it's finished, and then I will do the full grade on them and put them on the website at the price I believe is absolutely perfect for the Moldavite and for the work that I've put into it, and the work they've been sent away to Bali and mounted and brought back again. There's a lot that goes into a Bajerski Moldavite. So I hope you appreciate that. My ears buzzing now, so we have spirit in the room, which is a lovely thing. We have little Lily here, fast on, asleep. We went to the beach this morning. It was beautiful. Not that you're interested, but we had a nice beach walk, didn't we, babes? Don't want to disturb her. So now I'm going to get back to the Moldavites. I've got probably about another 40 to put up, and I'm just working on the smaller pieces. That's 1 gram and under, or like 2 grams and under. So these are the more expensive ones, which are going onto the website now. And then next week, probably, I'll sometime next week, when I finish with the smaller ones, because I have to work on them for a few hours too, at least 7 to 10 hours. Once I've finished with them, then I'm going to continue. So they've come from Bali now, so everything's great. Everything's all in order. I've got amazing crystals for you coming up. Not just Moldavites, but so many beautiful pieces. Vivianites, I've got some wonderful prices for Vivianite as well, so you'll be pleased about that. So all in all, I hope you enjoyed this Moldavite section of how I grade Moldavite, and I hope you appreciate it. And from my heart to yours, thank you so much for trusting in my Moldavites. Yay! I hope you get some amazing hits with them, as I used to call it. That moment where you just feel blown away, or something's just changed your life, and wow. I just hope you get them wow moments as I have for these 20 years. Have a great day. Take care. From myself and Lily, thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic Moldavites. Have a great day. Take care.